Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and today I'm gonna show you how I made a cute little Hmong dress for my cousin Harper to wear to our annual Hmong New Year. If you guys didn't know, I am Hmong, and Hmong people are an ethnic group from Southeast Asia. And I think the most beautiful part about our culture is definitely the traditional clothing. There are a lot of pieces that go into a traditional Hmong girl's outfit, which is why my grandma has to help me and my sisters get dressed every year to make sure everything looks correct before we head out to the new year. But for Harper's dress I'm making, I'm just gonna keep things simple because she likes to put on Hmong clothes every day to dance in. So the dress I'm making her is a one-piece Hmong dress with a zipper in the back so that she can get in and out of it whenever she wants to. I was actually inspired when I went to visit my family in Texas, and my aunt had these zip-up Hmong dresses for her daughters, and it looked really simple to make, so I told Harper's mom that I could make one for her if she just gave me one of Harper's skirts at home. I hope you guys enjoy learning along with me, and let's get started. A Hmong skirt is pleated accordion style, and they can come in many different colors and patterns. This is a skirt that my aunt gave me, and it has an elastic waistband on it. To turn it into a dress, you'll need to purchase some additional woven fabric. Black usually goes well with most skirts, and then you'll also need some matching ribbons or trim to decorate the top. The first thing I did was remove the elastic waist from the skirt. Accordion pleats are so interesting because when it was sewn to the elastic band, I thought the shape of the skirt was a circle, but after it was undone, the skirt is actually just a simple straight skirt. So cool, right? And it also seems a lot easier to make now. Except ironing all of those accordion pleats seem very tedious. Using one of Harper's shirts, I folded the front in half and traced it onto the black fabric. I decided I wanted the front to cross over like the traditional outfits, so I drew the center front line diagonally, extending it over onto the other side. Cut two front sides and then flip the shirt over to the back side, fold it in half and cut out two back pieces. Keep in mind, I add a lot more seam allowance than I probably need to because the shirt I traced is a fitted t-shirt, and we also want this to fit more loose to allow Harper to wear it for another year or two. Face the front and back pieces right sides together and sew along the shoulder and side seams. And now it's time for Harper's first fitting. I'm at my grandma's house to fit Harper. We put the top on. It fits her very nicely. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like the sparkles?
Yeah.
This sparkle trim is going to cross over like this. We're gonna go for a faux crossover look, and in the back is still gonna be a zipper so she can just take it on and off, play dress up at home. And we just have to mark where the waist is going to be. Like, do we want it to be, mid or lower?
She likes to give her belly space.
Yeah. All right, so this is where we're gonna trim it and add the skirt. The back, I actually need a mark still. The arms, we need to trim right here just a little so it's not falling off her shoulders. This is where it overlaps, and this is also where we're gonna trim it for the skirt so it can be like right where her mid belly is. Such a good model. After I trim the armhole to fit her, I can now make the sleeves, and the way I'm gonna do it this time is I'm gonna undo the side seam and then lay it flat just so I can sew the sleeves as one piece with this to make it simpler. So I'll show you guys after I undo this part right here. So I laid this part down, and to make this sleeve, I'm just going to kind of trace the curve of it and then wing it out like this. And then after that, you will have a shape that looks like this. It's all trial and error. Then you would just pin it around and see if it actually fits the armhole and make any adjustments. After pinning the sleeves to the armhole, I went ahead and sewed it together. Then face the side seam and sleeves right sides together and sew the underarm and sides closed. Then I trimmed the sleeves to be 3/4 length, and now we can go ahead and hem the raw edges of the crossover neckline and the bottom of the sleeves. Now I can hand sew the sequin trim along the neckline with matching thread all the way to the center back. Since the crossover is going to be sewed down, there's no need to sew the trim all the way down to the bottom on one side. Just go ahead and pin the overlapping layers together at the waist and tack it down. Lay open the shirt and then take the pleated skirt and evenly distribute the pleats to fit the top. If you don't have a Hmong skirt to use for this DIY, you can try making your own accordion pleat skirt. I've never personally tried making one myself, but after taking apart Harper's, I feel like I kind of have an idea on how to approach it now. So maybe in the future, I can make my own Hmong skirt. After pinning all the pleats in place, sew the 2 layers together. I sewed a row of sequins trim around the sleeves and actually wanted to sew another row on top but ran out of time. I definitely recommend sewing 2 rows if your trim is not very wide like mine. You just add more emphasis to the sleeves and more color to the black top. Before I could sew the zipper in, I had to fit Harper one last time. So here I am back at my grandma's house, and it's also the day before the Hmong New Year. To sew the zipper in, I completely closed up the back and then laid the zipper underneath and top stitched it down on both sides. Once the zipper is sewn in, I can seam rip the seam open to release the zipper. Okay, so I decided I would make Harper a hat as well. I just got this foam from Joanne and I trimmed it. I'm not sure if this is a little too thick for her head, but I'm starting to think that it is. But anyways, just measured it around her head. And then I'm still not sure on how to secure the ends. Like, I think I'm supposed to hand sewing the ends together, but I'm not sure if I should be wrapping the fabric around it first. I think I should, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sew the fabric over this first. Making your hat. I bought this stretchy black fabric. And then I also got these holiday pom-poms that I want to add to the hat because the Hmong hats always have cute pom-poms or beads on them. Right now I'm just laying the piece of foam down. This is the size that fits Harper's head. So I cut this to fit the piece of foam. Now I'm just going to pull it over quite snug, you know, so it kind of hugs it a lot, and then I'm going to pin it all in place. Here I folded the raw edges under as I overlapped the layers and hand sew it down using whatever method that came to mind. Also make sure to pull the fabric tightly so it hugs the foam and doesn't cause any rippling. So first, I was thinking I would just make it a donut shape. Then after my grandma gave me the idea actually to cross it over like so. And then I flipped it around this way, and now this is the idea. We are going to kind of make it like a crown kind of thing. See that, how there's a point to it? And this should also fit Harper's head if we really squish it on. So since this is kind of short, I'm just going to overlap the two here and then wrap this down, or even keep it out, because some of those, you know, have you seen those that it like actually it just sticks out? Attach it here because it's a little short. This is what it looks like after I hand sewed the two ends together to create a point. And now to tie everything together, I embellished the hat with red pom-poms along the top and red sequins along the bottom. The next morning, I woke up to get ready for the Hmong New Year, and here is the first look at Harper in the full outfit. Oh my gosh! The black tights, the red shoes, the hat! Wow! Do a little spin. Do a little spin. Yeah. Flower on her head. Okay, let me see. Harper, let's open the hat first. Yeah.
But they're already.
No, Daddy, Jesus, now I'm okay, okay?
Cute, cute.
And I did
You so perfectly.
Sorry, Hong.
Mommy, put on your mom clothes.
Is it
Mommy,
okay? Hold on.
I didn't see it.
Wait, is this the right way?
Anyway, Harper, which way do you want to wear?
Here, put on your hat.
Turn this way. Do you want to wear like a crown, or do you want to wear it upside down? Do you want to wear like this?
So I'm gonna hop in
I
the
wanna
shower.
wear
You want like this or like this?
I don't know.
Like a crown? Okay.
$10! I saw you once I saw.
Are we going to Hmong New Year?
We're at the Hmong New Year. Do you like your crown?
Yeah.
You like your crown?
Yeah.
Give us a spin. Give us a spin. Wow. Love it. Love it. Woo! Too much. Too much. I forgot to show that I attached some ribbons at the sides of the waist to help cinch it in, and it ties into a bow in the back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and shout out to all my Hmong subscribers out there. See you guys next time. Bye!